There are countless scenarios when we need to decide which one to select and which to reject. Statistical analysis and hypothesis testing are very helpful in making such decision. Hi, I am Devashish. Today, I will show how I derive a business decision using stat analysis and hypothesis. Cookies and Cats, a popular game show. Players occasionally encounter gates that force them to wait an uncertain time or make an in-app purchase to progress. In addition to driving in-app purchase, these gates serve important purpose of giving player an enforce back, even though the overall subscription of the game is growing, the revenue from the game purchase has been declining. Company CEO's hypothesis says that the first gate is at level 30 is too early and it should be increased from level 30 to level 40. Developers ran an A/B test and then the data has been given. Let's see in action in our coding. So this test we developed in the Jupyter notebook using Python and see uh, this project is divided into separate parts and some packages need to be installed for purpose of supporting Python based system. Okay, so we imported Panda, NumPy array, C1, and Matplotlib for plotting, and so for system packages like OS, and we also imported stats from SkyPy, and where we actually imported two tools like Shapiro and Levini and Manu and Edney, okay, for the hypothesis testing. The data came in CSV files. So given a CSV file path, and this is a pandas command read CSV, which reading the CSV files and making it a data frame. So let us so run these things, run the code parallelly so that we can understand the result. Okay. So when we run these commands, then we'll get to know the shape of the data and types of data, and we'll get the five lines of the header from this file. Okay, so this is the items looks like user ID, version, and some grounds. This is very important column maybe. Retention after 1 day and retention after 7 days. So you can see in version there are different there are mainly two categories shown in here: gate at level 30 and gate at level 40. And some grounds it's giving us that how many players are here level, how many times they played the game actually, and level 30, and here how many times they played for level 40. And we can see that whether this particular player is staying with the game after 1 day. Is it true? Yes, they is staying, but in 7 day is false. means he may be staying up to 1 day, but not retaining his membership up to 7 day. So this data will we also see that the shape of the data is like this. There are 5 columns and 90,000 rows are there, and that data type can be seen like this. That some ground is int data, and these are Boolean true false data what we seen here. So okay. So this command, through this command, we can identify that how many are the missing values there in the data set. So if we run this says 0 means there is no missing value. So we need to identify the outlier. There is a outlier, yes, in the data. So how to get rid of this outlier? This is the we find out the max of the sum ground, some game grounds, and we'll drop this particular data from the data set. So for dropping this, we use the drop command, and it's a row. That's why access is equal to 0. So let us run this. So now, if we run and again we plot it, we can see that has removed. There is no outlier. Okay. So now we'll insert calculated column where we'll find out the percentage of retention after 7 days. So what we did, we take the sum of retention in 7 days, and we divided by the shape of the data set. So it is coming around 18%. Number of players never played the game after installing. So if the players are not playing at all, then we can simply remove them from the data set. It's not reversing. And there are almost 3,900. It's almost 4,000 players who didn't play at all. Numbers of users decrease as the level progress, highlighting the difficulty of the game. So let us see that how many players are actually sustaining by plotting the graph. See here we can see that this difficulty, the level, some game ground grow is from 0 to 200, and play counts is here. So initially it is very high, then it has come down, and after this level 100, there is hardly any such increase in the play counters. So this portion is very critical. See here we can say that almost it's below 1,000. So we can generate cross tab. This we can use a PD cross tab to generate this table. 7 retention, 7 day, gate 4, gate at 30 and gate at 40. You can see that almost gate at 30, 90% retaining, and gate 40, it is around 40%, 18% is retaining. Now, games ground summary for different game versions. user data equal to user data. We have actually made a group with pandas group by and aggregate functions. Now we can see the usage data. So some grounds now this is 51%, and for this gate also is 51. Okay. Now gate at retention rate at retention 7 days, after 7 days, at gate 40, and retention 7 days at gate 30. We can find out the average sum of this counter, and we see that as 166 and 60. So average play counter is 160, and for gate 40 it is 166. Perform two A/B tests, two sample tests, group A and B, and the findings are here. The group A, zero counters, 0 time place 3, and 13 time place 39. Also one time place 38. Now with the superior data, superior data test, we can find out the whether the distribution of sample A and B is normal or not. Here, after this test, we can see that the p value is coming 0, which is less than the alpha. So we can say that both the sample group A and B, the this data is not in normal distribution. So we can reject the null hypothesis. Now we check the homogeneity of variance. In a homogeneity of variance, we use Levene test, and if we run the Levene test, we can see that p value is coming 0.78. So it is higher than 0.05. So we can that is homogeneity in data. So no need to um, reject the null hypothesis. You can accept it. Now another test we perform, and for significance, test of significance of two samples. This is called Mann-Whitney U test. When we perform this test on this data, found that p value is 0.025, again it is less than 0.05. So hence we reject A0. Two samples are different. Based on significance test results, we found that these two groups are different. That's why we'll perform another test with Mann-Whitney U. Okay, for finally concluding. Here we'll see whether group A is greater than group B. Means two samples are not equal. The null hypothesis is two samples equal. So we need to check. So after running this test, we can see that the p value is 0.025, which is less than 0.05, means these two group are not equal, so we can reject null hypothesis. Okay, so after doing all these tests, we found that the level 30 uh, level 30 is no need to change, means there is no such significant increase in level 40. Thank you for watching.